Hi, everybody. Here we are in one more session of HTML, learning HTML. Okay, I'm going to share the screen because today we are going to talk about images on a web page. So remember that we talked about relative and absolute path, right? So I am now assuming that you know about that. So let's see a simple web page here. I'm not going to talk about the beginning of the page, what it's up there, okay? Uh, and here I'm going to show to you three different ways, okay, of coding the image, not exactly three different ways, but two of those methods are the same, but one is using the absolute path that we learned, and the other one is using the relative path. And the other one, the third one, is going to be using the figure tag. So, okay, here we have the first one. Okay, so I just open an article here, and here I have the image tag. So that's the image tag where we have the SRC. That's where the image is going to be stored. So that's the path to the image. Now here, as you can see, it looks like a website. Okay, so it's the absolute path of the image. I found a very nice sunset image on a website, and I wanted to use that image. So instead of downloading the image to my computer and doing the relative path and then having to upload to my web server, I decided to point to that image on that website. That's why you see the URL of the image here. Now, the alternate text. This is required since HTML5, and this is for accessibility purpose. If you do not put a value here between quotes, a person with vision disability will not even know that there is an image on your web page. This is a kind of a short description of what we see in the image. So it's kind of, imagine that you cannot see the image and somebody would read this short description for you. Oh, now you can imagine the image. So please do not put in that that alternate text, do not put things like a photo of me or my picture, because that's not descriptive enough. Okay, so think about a person that cannot see the image when you put that. If you do not put the alternate text, your HTML will come with invalid mark. Okay, so now the second example is also using the image tag, but now I'm using relative path. That means that in the SRC, you see only the name of the file, which means, and which you should know, that the image is student JPG is in the same folder of my web page, the web page that I'm coding here. And again, the alternate text. So I write something about that image. Okay. Now, the third example, use the figure tag. The figure tag is composed by the image tag that you see here and the fig caption tag. Now, that is a very complete and very nice way to put an image on a web page, because now you're going to have something that is going to be printed on the web page with the fig caption that can be used also to describe the image, but you also have the alternate text. So that is highly accessible, okay, and very nice to use. later on, when you start learning CSS, you are also going to see that it's very easy to apply CSS separately to the figure, to the fig caption, and even to only to the image, okay, tag. So now let's see how this shows up on the web page. Well, when I open, that image is gigantic, okay? Of course, I could come here and I could just say on that image, I could put the width attribute, and here I cannot use pixels, okay? I just use a number that represents pixels, but here it's wrong to put pixels, okay? And I can put the height equal, and suppose 250. And if I save this and now I refresh, you're going to see that the image is smaller. Now, it does not mean when I put the width and the height that you shrink the image in terms of bytes. The same number of bytes are being downloaded. So if your image is gigantic, it's too many bytes being downloaded, it is going to take more time to download anyway, because you are not optimizing the image, okay? This we talk in another class, not the introduction one. But at least you know that you can control the width and the height on how much space on the page the image is going to take. Now, this one here is the image tag using relative path. So the image tag by itself, that's the case here, okay? And the third example with the figure, you see that it's the same image, but look how the browser shifts a little bit to the right when you put with the figure. It's not because the image here is coded a little bit to the right. No, it's because of the way that the browser presents by default the figure tag. But as you can see, using also the alternate text, and look at the fig caption. It shows right here below, okay? And generally with a smaller letter than the rest of your page, okay? If I would write, for example, a paragraph here, you would see that as I write the paragraph, and after I save this and I refresh, you're going to see that basically the fig caption and the paragraph, they are written using the same style. The difference is that the fig caption is starting exactly below my image because it's part of the figure tag. Okay, so that's it for figure and image tags. Okay, just remember to always put the alternate text on the image for accessibility and also to make your HTML valid. So thanks for watching and have a nice day.